This is John Paul Rice, some people call me. Coming to you from Tokyo, Japan. This is one of those videos where people click dislike before they even listen to what I'm saying, so hear me out for 1 second. I'm saying that Lady Thor and Female 007 do not work, but wait, I'm not saying it. A woman who wrote an article is saying it, and the funny thing is, she puts down toxic fanboys, but then she agrees with toxic fanboys, but she calls them toxic fanboys, but she doesn't realize that toxic fanboys aren't toxic, they're just saying exactly what she's saying in the article. It's really frustrating. Let's take a look. So here we see The Problem with Lady Thor and Female James Bond by Jeva Lang, who is, of course, a woman. So cool. I'm not saying it. Guys can't say it, or automatically wrong or sexist or something like that, so let's see what she says. Nice little memes or whatever, by the way. When the noxious fanboys who howl about the movies being too PC and woke inevitably revved up after the recent announcements of female Thor and potential female 007, I did what I always do, roll my eyes. There will always be an element of toxic fandom that will whine about the dreaded womanliness being foisted upon their beloved male heroes. So of course, if I say that I don't think Female 007 works, or Female Thor works, then I'm toxic. It must be because I'm sexist, not because I'm thinking about the characters and the way that the original established characters are being pushed out of the way. Then she wakes up and says, but on another level I found myself agreeing, not that such movies are too woke, but that perhaps it would be best if they didn't exist at all. Alright, now on the same page. Just as it's important to call out the backwards fans who don't want to see any leading women on screen, and nobody, not nobody, but that's like 1, 2, 3, maybe 5% of the male toxic fans who just simply don't want to see women on screen, because we've said over and over and over, like the deadest horse there ever was, about the characters who are female we've loved from the 80s and 90s and beyond. It's also important to call out the self-congratulatory pander that fuels many studios' gender swap projects too. Rather than invest in new stories about women, wait, you're getting a brain. Marvel's Thor, Love and Thunder, and a forthcoming Bond film appear to cautiously tie new female-fronted stories to already established male-led stories. It's a decision that makes the gender swap element of the plots not only cowardly, but insultingly lazy. Holy shit. So what you said there is exactly what the toxic fanboys are saying, but we're just getting called toxic. That's it. That's the whole reality of the matter. So in this middle section of the article, which I'm not going to read because then this would be like a 10-minute video of me reading an article, she gets into what we already know about Ghostbusters and Batwoman. She also mentions Men in Black and Ocean's 8, which I forgot about. Yes, as an all-female cast. So she just kind of goes through the reminders of what's been going on. Then she says something I really like. I should have thought of this word myself. Films that set themselves up to be billed as introducing the female 007 or Lady Thor inherently make the female part of the equation a gimmick. That's exactly right. It's a gimmick. That's what we're trying to say. It's not because it makes a good character to replace the established male hero. It's because it's a woman. It's a gimmick. It's a fad. It's just a passing of time. It's ridiculous. There is a pervasive sense of temporary loaning out the male role to the actress in question as a means of satisfying female fans. In 2014, announcement introducing the female Thor comic book character, Marvel Comics boasted that the story was the latest in an ever-growing and long list of female-centric titles invite new readers to the Marvel Universe. A belittling statement as if to suggest women are incapable of enjoying franchises centered around non-female characters. Bingo! So whose side is she on? So why is she on the side of like calling people toxic fanboys? This part of the article here, which I'm also going to kind of skip over, she gets into Jane Foster and some of the details about female Thor. We don't quite need that because we're staying on the topic of why women don't work in these roles. Casting women in lead roles of traditionally male franchises also doesn't amend for past errors by said franchise. There is something especially apologetic about the possibility of a woman 007 being injected into a series known best for its womanizing playboy lead. Exactly. Likewise, in addition to Marvel's decades-long lack of diversity, Jane Foster's character has been treated almost hilariously poorly by Marvel, vanishing for entire movies at a time dismissed as not Thor's equal by Marvel Studios' president. The decision to suddenly flip the script really does seem like one engineered for good headlines rather than coming from a sincere interest in fixing Star Wars Episode 8, 7, and probably 9, because this is about Rey also. It's not because they thought a woman was best in the role, although I know George Lucas did originally have a woman planned for the role, but I do think Kathleen Kennedy had in mind to make this particular very, very, very powerful woman, not just a woman Jedi, a regular person with trials and fears and actual setbacks and consequences. They were so anxious to get the most powerful Jedi ever in there who was a woman. Alright, not better than Yoda. They couldn't step to Yoda, but aside from that, they pretty much, said she's more powerful than anyone. So yeah, I'm going to end this one here. You guys let me know what you think of that, and damn, it's like a perfect article from somebody who still thinks there are toxic fans, and that article kind of gives me ammo. I'll be arguing using her arguments, because she's got good arguments and good words. Gimmick. That's a good word. I haven't quite heard that before. I'm doing shout-outs, special thanks, things like that. Click that subscribe button if you haven't. Smash it, press it, whatever you do. Subscribe. I'm doing videos, 1 a day, sometimes more. If I don't do 1 a day, it's going to be 5 a week. They're going to be up there. See you next time.